All right, this is essentially an applied equilibrium problem. So I'm going to set up my ice chart. And to do that, I'm going to shrink this problem just a little bit here. We have an initial concentration and my initial concentration of A is 2 molars. They tell me I have no B and no C. The change that takes place, therefore, is the conversion of A to B. For every 2 moles of A I consume, I form 1 mole of B and 2 moles of C. They then tell me, and where did this come from? This came from my stoichiometric coefficients, right? If I'm starting out with all A and no B, then to reach equilibrium, my reaction has to go that direction. According to my coefficients of 2, 1, and 2, for every 2 moles of A I consume, I can produce 1 mole of B and 2 moles of C. And that's where those X's came from, because I don't know how much I'm consuming or producing yet. Now, they've told me at equilibrium that I have 33% of my initial concentration. So, 33% of 2 moles is 0.66 moles. So how much did I lose? Well, 2 minus 0.66 is... I've got a little bit of a cold here today. 2 minus 0.66, 1.34. So that was my change. That's the amount of A that was consumed if I only have 0.66 set left. So that's how much A was consumed. Because that was my start. That was my finish. So that has to be the amount that was consumed. That means my change was 1.34 molars. That also means that my 2x has to be equal to 1.34 molars. So if I consumed 1.34 molars of A, then I produced 1.34 molars of X. And then I produced half that much of B. Or 0.67 moles. So that means at equilibrium then, I had 0.67 moles of B and 1.34 molar of C. So now I have my equilibrium concentrations, and it's a matter of setting up the equilibrium constant. And the equilibrium constant is going to be Kc equals product, so it's going to be the concentration of B times the concentration of C squared divided by the concentration of A squared equals 0.67 times 1.34 squared divided by 0.66 squared. That gives me 1.34 squared divided by 0.66 squared times 0.67. That gives me a Kc of 2.76, or really it'd be 2 point, yeah, 2 point, should be 2.8. 2.76 is what my calculator says, but we got reduced to 2 sig figs there. So 2.8. And that's it. Beat.